Hey everybody, good afternoon. Welcome back to chair yoga. I'm going to go ahead and start my watch, and we're just going to get right into it. We're going to get started right away. Let me just grab my paper. All right, and we're going to get started with our Pranayama Breathing today. So, everybody have a seat, put 2 feet flat on the floor. Interlock your fingers and place them underneath your chin. Thumbs are touching your throat and pinkies are facing away from you. As you take a big deep breath in, your elbows go all the way up to the ceiling, but your hands don't move. Your hands stay glued underneath your chin. Now, as we breathe out, you're going to look up to the ceiling. Elbows are going to come forward to touch, but still my hands stay glued under my chin. And then we'll breathe in, elbows go up, you come to face me, and then we'll breathe out, you face up to the ceiling, and elbows come forward. So let's go ahead and do our first set. So shake it out, 2 feet flat on the floor, interlock those fingers underneath your chin. And let's take our first deep breath in. Big deep breath, fill the lungs, send the elbows up to the ceiling. Good, and breathe out, look up, and elbows come forward to touch. In, keeping your eyes open the whole time, and breathe out. Good, deep breath in, send the elbows up, and breathe out. Breathe in through your nose, fill up your lungs, send the elbows up to the ceiling, and let it all out. Deep breath in, come back to face me, get those elbows all the way up, and let it out. Last time for this set. Deep breath in, fill the lungs all the way till you can't breathe in anymore. And breathe out. Elbows touch and then come down. We'll shake it out. And then we'll do that again because we're going to get 2 chances to do everything today. 2 chances to do our pranayama breathing, 2 chances to do all of our poses. So let's go ahead and set it up again for our second chance here. Interlock those fingers underneath your chin. Again, thumbs touch your throat, pinkies are facing away from you. So I'll take a deep breath here. Breathe in, elbows go all the way up. And breathe out. Breath in, eyes are open. Make sure you're not closing your eyes during this part. You want to keep them open and present. Good. Look up to the ceiling. Good. Deep breath in, elbows go up. And breathe out. Breathe in, come back, look at me, elbows are up, and breathe out. Last time here, elbows go up, deep breath in, as deep as you can, the deepest breath you've taken all day. Fill your lungs all the way up to the top, and let it out. Great job. Let your arms come down. And we will get into our first pose, which is our seated half moon. So left hand grabs the chair, right hand comes up and over your head. Big side stretch here, making sure that you're planting that right hip down. So 2 hips are firmly planted on the chair, and we'll hold it. Good. Sit up, right hand grabs the chair. Left hand goes up over your head. Big side stretch here. Plant that left hip. And then reach the arm up and over. Good. Let's do that whole thing again. Left hand grabs the chair. Right hand comes up and over. Big side stretch. Now we know we have to plant the hip. And we are also going to slide this shoulder forward. So we're going to slide it so that 2 shoulders are in one line. Here's what it was before and now after. Good. Let's hold it here. Switch. Right hand grabs the chair. Left hand comes up and over. Slide the shoulder forward and stretch. And as always, don't forget to breathe through all of these poses. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Good. Sit up nice and tall. And we are going to do our seated spine twist. So right leg crosses, or left leg crosses over your right. Right hand goes to the knee, left hand back in the chair. Sit up tall and then twist all the way over to the left. Making sure that your back is tall the whole time, so we're not slouching and twisting. Tall back, and then you can twist. Good. Untwist the top and then uncross your legs. Let's do right leg crosses over your left. Left hand goes to the knee. Right hand back of the chair. Sit up tall and then twist all the way over to the right. Notice that my feet and my legs did not move at all. It's just the top half of your body twisting. Excellent job. Untwist the top, uncross your legs. Let's do that whole thing again. Left leg crosses over your right. Right hand goes to the knee. Left hand back of the chair. Sit up nice and tall and twist all the way over to the left. Good. Slowly untwist the top half, uncross your legs. Last one for this pose. Right leg crosses over your left. Left hand goes to the knee. Right hand goes to the back of the chair. You know the drill. Sit up tall, twist all the way over to the right. Very nice. Untwist and uncross your legs. We have our seated leg extension. So I'm going to sit a little bit forward on my chair. You could stay seated in the middle of your chair if you feel like you might fall forward if you scooch to the front. Just make sure that your supporting leg, that your knee and ankle are in one line. So make sure your foot's not too far back or too far out in front. This will give you some stability, and that way you won't feel like you might fall over. So let's do heel down, toes up to the ceiling, 2 hands, one on top of the other, and then go down and reach. Making sure that your back is straight. If you're doing this, that's cheating and it's not really helping you. So keeping that back straight, then reach. Good, and we'll switch. Left heel down to the ground, toes up to the ceiling. 2 hands, one on top of the other, and reach. Keeping your back nice and flat. Notice I'm not touching my toes, and that's okay as long as my back is straight and not curved over. Good. Bring that leg in. Let's switch. Second chance. Right leg is out, heel down, toes up to the ceiling. 2 hands, one on top of the other. Go down and reach with your flat back. Great job. Now we'll switch. Right heel, left heel down to the ground, toes up to the ceiling. 2 hands, one on top of the other, and reach for those toes. Good, and sit up, bring that leg in, and we are going to do our seated pigeon next. So bring your right ankle up to your left knee. Supporting leg is strong, knee and ankle in one line. 2 hands, reach for the front of your chair, and then you're going to use your arm strength to pull yourself closer. Now remember, we're not hunched over. We'll do that later. We're not doing that yet. Flat back, lean forward, use your arm strength to keep you there. Gaze is down at the floor and hold it. Great job. Send that ankle back down. Remember, if you can't get your ankle all the way up to your knee, then just cross at the ankles and then lean forward. Making sure that you are always trying to work your way up to getting your ankle up to your knee. But if you can't, or it's just not happening that day, today, then you can cross at the ankles. So let's go ahead and switch sides. Bring that left ankle up to your right knee. 2 hands, reach for the front of the chair, and pull your chest closer to your leg. Keeping that back flat. Gaze is down to the floor, and hold it. Great job. Send that ankle back down. And let's do our second chance. Reach for that right ankle. Pick it up. Bring it over to your left knee. Two hands, reach for the front of the chair. And with a flat back, pull yourself closer to your leg and hold it. Good, and switch. Last time. Left ankle up to the right knee. Two hands, grab onto the chair with a flat back, pull yourself closer to your leg and hold it. Good, sit up and put that leg down. Let's do our first seated forward fold. So we're gonna go ahead and open up our legs to either side of the chair. It does not have to be super wide, but if you can, open your legs up as wide as you can. Good, arms go all the way up to the ceiling and all the way down. Reach for your ankles or your calves if you can. And then with a flat back, you're gonna look down at the ground and hold it. Making sure that your elbows are kind of keeping your legs in place so that you don't go in. Remember, we don't wanna do that. We wanna keep them out and look down at the ground. Good, arms go all the way up to the ceiling and all the way down. Reach for your ankles. Keep the elbows in place. Look down at the ground and hold it. Good, sit up and bring the legs back together. We are going to do our seated warrior pose. So you're going to scoot over to the right side of your chair and then extend your right leg straight out to the side. Left leg is bent and on a little bit of an angle. Hands come to heart center. And then straight up over your head for warrior one. Arms drop down parallel with the floor. Look over your left hand and hold for warrior two. Beautiful. Flip your left hand so that your palm is facing the ceiling. And then you're going to move the arm. So the left arm goes up into the air. Right hand goes down, touches the leg, and then you're going to look up at that left hand. There is a slight little back bend right there. Bring the hands to our center. Elbow's going to go over to your bent knee. Right hand goes straight up into the air. Left hand comes straight down in front of that bent knee. And then look up at your right hand. Beautiful job. Bring the hands to the heart center. Sit up nice and tall, and let's move it over to the left side of your chair. So now the left leg is straight out to the side. Right leg is bent and on a little bit of an angle. Hands come to heart center. And then straight up over your head for warrior one. Drop the arms parallel with the floor. Look over your right hand and hold for warrior two. Flip the right palm. You're going to move your arms at the same time. Right hand goes up to the ceiling. Left hand goes down, touches the leg. Little back bend and look up at your right hand. Hands up to heart center. Elbow goes over to your bent knee. Left hand is straight up in the air. Right hand comes down in front of that bent leg and look up at your left hand. Hands come to heart center. Sit up tall and let's do the whole thing again. Switch it over. Second chance here. Right leg goes straight up to the side. Left leg is bent on a little bit of an angle. Hands come to heart center and straight up over your head for warrior one. Arms drop down, parallel with the floor. Flip that left palm up to the ceiling. Arms switch. Left hand goes straight up into the air and you look up at it. Hands come to heart center. Elbow goes over to your bent knee. Right hand goes straight up into the air. Left hand comes down in front of that bent knee. And you look up at your right hand. Great job. Bring the hands back to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. We are switching over to the other side. This is our last one in our warrior series. So extend that left leg straight up to the side of your chair. Right leg is bent and on a little bit of an angle. Hands come to heart center. And then straight up over your head for warrior one. Good. Arms drop down parallel with the floor. Look over to your right hand and hold for warrior two. Flip that right palm so that the palm is facing the ceiling. Switch the arms. Left hand grabs your leg or just rests on your leg. Right hand is straight up in the air and you look up at it. Good. Hands come to heart center. Elbow goes over to your bent knee. Left hand straight up into the air. Right hand comes down in front of your bent leg. And then look up at your left hand. And hold. Awesome job. Hands come to heart center. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your legs 2 feet flat on the floor in front of you. We have one pose before we take a little water break. So let's do our Revolve chair pose. So 2 feet flat on the floor. Hands come to heart center. Left elbow is either going to touch or tuck on the side of your right leg. And then you're going to look all the way over to the right. Good, keeping the hands together, we're going to just switch right over to the other side. So right elbow is either going to touch or tuck on the side of your left leg, and then you're going to turn all the way over to your left, making sure that you're not hunching. Okay, I still want a flat back, and then look all the way over to the left. Great job. Let's go right into our second set. Left elbow is either going to touch or tuck on the side of your right leg. And then turn and look all the way over to your right. Great job. Last time, come back to face me so that we can do our final seated revolve chair. So you are going to take your right elbow and either touch or tuck on the side of your left leg, and then turn and look all the way over to your left. Great job. Come back to face me. Everybody grab a quick drink of water, but before we do, we are going to do our downward dog next. If you can't stand up to do our downward dog, you may have an additional chair in front of you, and then like having the back of the chair closer to you, you'll put your hands on the back of the chair, and then you can do the pose from there. Or if there's a countertop nearby, you can pull your chair up to the countertop, rest your hands on the countertop, and then do the whole top portion of it, just keeping your legs bent and 2 feet flat on the floor. So grab a drink of water, and when we come back, we'll get into downward dog. Okay. Come back and join me once you get just a quick sip of water. So I'm going to turn my chair so that you have a little better view of what's going on and how your body should look. So for downward dog, you can do the modified, which I just explained. Or if you're going to follow me, you're going to stand directly in front of your chair or couch or whatever you're doing this workout on. You're going to hold on to the part of the chair or couch that you were just sitting on. Then you're going to take a big step back, 1 foot, 2 feet, just until you feel a stretch in the backs of your legs. Now from here, you're going to push your bottom into the air so that your legs feel an even greater stretch behind them. Your feet are shoulder width apart, and then the last thing that you're going to do is put your ears next to your elbows. That way your arms, head, neck, and back are all in one straight line. And let's do it together. It should look just like this. Good, and then walk back up towards your chair. Keep your hands where they are. Walk your feet up, then stand up. Very important, otherwise you might push the chair out from under you, and that would hurt. So making sure that we do these steps together at the same time. Let's try for our second set. Grab for the part of the chair that you would normally be sitting on. Take a big step back. Feet arched, shoulder width apart. Push back on your arms. Send your bottom up into the air. Ears go next to the elbows. Arms, head, neck, and back in one straight line. Let's do it together, just like this. Good. Now, keep your hands where they are. Walk your feet back up to the chair, and then stand up tall. All right, I'm going to turn my chair so that you can see just a little bit better for our tree pose. Let's come over to the right side of our chair, and you're going to go ahead and point your right toe down to the ground. Turn it out to the side, and then put the bottom of your shoe up to meet your standing leg. Now we're going to pick, do you want to keep your toe on the ground? Do you want to bring it up to your calf? Or are you going to bring it up all the way to your thigh? The only place it's never going to be is right on your knee, because that's going to put awkward pressure on your knee that you don't want. So go ahead and pick where your foot's going to be. Bring one hand to heart center, then the other. If you can still balance, then you're going to fully extend your tree up and out, and we'll hold here. Good. Hands come to heart center, and let's do it on the other side. So walk over to the other side of your chair, point your left toe down to the ground, and then turn it up. Slide the bottom of your shoe up to meet the standing leg, and then pick where you want your foot to be. Toe on the ground, foot resting on the calf, or up on the thigh. Bring one hand to heart center, then the other. And if you can still balance, fully extend your tree up and out. Get your arms up in the air, and hold here. Good. Bring your hands to heart center. And let's go to the other side. Second set here, point your right toe to the ground. Turn your knee out and slide that bottom of your shoe up to meet your standing leg. Pick where your foot is going to be. Then bring one hand to heart center. Then the other. And if you feel confident here and you can still balance, then fully extend your tree up and out. Beautiful. Hands come back to heart center. Grab the chair and let's do the other side. Left toe points down to the ground. Turn that knee out and slide the bottom of your shoe up. Pick where your foot's going to go. Once you're happy, bring one hand to heart center, then the other. And if you can still balance, then fully extend your tree up and out, and we'll hold here. Great, bring the hands back to heart center, and then come have a seat, and we will finish up the rest of our practice here today. So we're going to do a seated cat-cow. So for this, you need 2 feet flat on the floor, hands are on your knees. They're just kind of resting there. You don't have to pull or anything. For cow, you're going to open up your chest as wide as you can while keeping your hands on your knees. So hands are on your knees, chest is as open as you can, and then you're going to look all the way up to the ceiling. For cat, you're going to do everything the opposite. You're going to tuck your chin to your chest. You're going to push your chest in, shoulders come up by your ears. Guys, here's your rounded back. You can round your back for cat. Now, while you're doing cow, you're going to breathe in. So you look up to the ceiling, open up your chest, breathe in. And for cat, you're going to breathe out, tuck your chin. Chest goes in, shoulders up, and hold. So, for cat-cow, you're just going to move back and forth in between these two poses. Chest is open, chest is closed. You breathe in, you breathe out. So you're just going to move back and forth in between these two at your own pace. Let's go ahead and do that now. Good. Finish up your last cat. And then join me back here so that we can do our seated wind removing pose. So we're going to move on to our seated wind removing. I'm going to switch just towards like the middle of my chair because I want to be able to lean back, not hunching my shoulders. I still have a flat back, but I am resting on the back of my chair. So I want you to interlock your fingers, reach below your right knee, pick up your leg and give it a hug. Now, bring your knee up into your armpit with a flat back, resting on the back of the chair. We're going to hold here. So the tops of your thigh should be touching your stomach and chest. Don't forget to breathe through it all. Good. Put that one down. Fix your grip. Go under your left knee, pick it up, and give your leg a tight hug. Good. Put that leg down, and let's do it again. Fix that grip. Interlock your fingers. Reach below your right knee, pick it up, and give it a tight hug. And switch. That one comes down. Interlock the fingers. Reach below your right knee or your left knee. Pick it up and give it a hug. Bring your knee up into your armpit if you can. Then hold from here. Good. Put that leg down. We have two poses left before our seated savasana. So let's do our camel pose. You're going to sit as much on the edge of your seat as you can. Remember, do whatever feels comfortable. 2 feet flat on the floor. You're going to reach your 2 hands behind you and grab onto the chair. Or if your chair is like mine, you can fit your hands in here. Or if you're on a couch, in between where like the back cushion and the seat cushion come together. Wherever you can get a good grip. Then once your hands are in place, you're going to open up your chest as big as you can. Last thing we're going to do is look all the way up to the ceiling and all the way to the wall behind you if you can. So let's try that together now. Feet flat on the floor, arms behind you. Open up your chest as big as you can. Look up all the way to the ceiling. Look up all the way. See if you can look at the back wall. Good. Good. Keep your eyes open. Come back to see me. Get in a comfortable position and let's take 2 deep breaths together. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. That pose is very intense. You're doing a big back bend. You're looking up behind you. So that's why we take a little bit of a breather in between it. Let's do our second set. Scooch forward on your chair. Feet flat on the floor. Reach your arms behind you. Open up your chest as big as you can. And now we'll all together look up to the ceiling and see if you can go back, all of the way back to the wall behind you. Good, and come back to face me. Sit back in your chair. We'll take these 2 breaths together, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Again, in through your nose, out through your mouth. Good, let's do our final pose. We have our seated forward fold, this time with your legs closed. So you can be sitting all the way back in your chair. Heels touch, toes touch, knees touch. Arms go all the way up over your head and all the way down. Reach for the backs of your ankles. Tuck your chin to your chest, and if you can, rest your forehead on your knees. Again, arms all the way up to the ceiling. Keep your feet and legs where they are. Dive down, reach for the backs of your ankles. Tuck your chin to your chest, rest your forehead on your knees, and hold it. Great job. Arms go all the way up over your head. Touch your hands at the top and then bring your hands through to your heart center. Great job today. Let's finish off with our seated savasana. So find a comfortable position. Traditionally, this is done lying down, but if getting down to the ground is not available to you, I'm going to do it seated, so you can totally do it seated as well. Just find a comfortable seated position. Then I want you to flip your hands and rest your hands on your legs so that your palms are facing up to the ceiling. Then I'll invite everybody to close your eyes. And I really just want you to focus on counting your breath. I like to count in for 4 seconds and out for 4 seconds. But you can do whatever feels good for you. I'm going to slowly open my eyes here. If you want to stay in your savasana, you can do that. But I hope that you had a great yoga class today. According to my watch, it says that we burned 129 calories. So great job today. I will see everybody on Thursday for shadow boxing. Thank you for watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye.